My name is Patrick Valentine. Welcome to my YouTube channel. This is where I play my games. Even talk about wrestling. Even talk about anime. I can't get no satisfaction. Hell yeah! Completing every game to 100%, even if it means it'll be very tough. Get to the end. I will push hard to reach the end, even if it may seem tough. Complete the game. It doesn't matter what I play, I will achieve victory. No, you will see my gaming prowess that will take me to the end. Yes, it doesn't matter what I play, I will push my limits. You will see me reach to the very end. Yes, welcome to my channel. My gaming skills will take me to the end. Greetings, wrestling fans, and welcome back to another video. And I know the last time I didn't show my face when I talked about the Ricky Starks video, but if you guys saw my stream today, I revealed why I didn't want to run the risk of it being too hot, so that way I could not make videos similarly like this one you are seeing right now. And I do apologize, you can kind of see my fan in the view of the camera a little bit, so maybe I'll just scooch you over to this way so you don't have to, so now you're not distracted too much by it. So in today's video, we're going to be discussing, let's turn it down slightly so you guys can actually hear me. In this video today, we're going to be discussing Indi Hartwell. Where will she go? Where should she go now that she has been let out of her WWE contract and her 90-day no-compete clause is up? Now, personally, I don't care where she goes. If you guys saw my video about Ricky Starks, I basically stated I don't care where the wrestlers go. It's their decisions. It's completely their decisions. But I thought I'd have a little bit of fun with you guys, and we can discuss where she could go. And I have come up, and I have decided on a few promotions. I'm going to be going over a few promotions that I think she could really go to. She could go back to Australia and compete for World Series Wrestling if she really wanted to. You know, challenge Ash by Elegance for the World Series Wrestling Women's Championship, because, you know, that's in Australia. The World Series Wrestling is in Australia, so she could wrestle in Australia for a bit, go for the World Series Women's Championship, win it, have a bit of a reign there, and then move on to something bigger. I mean, look, Nick Namath is the World Series Wrestling World Champion. So two TNA representatives are the champions in Australia. So I don't think it's going to really be that effective in a way. But you know, Indi Hartwell having a few matches in Australia wouldn't hurt. She could go back to where it all started for her. She could go back to Riot City Wrestling. You know, she used to, she got her start there. She's a former champion in Riot City Wrestling. That's also located in Australia, in Adelaide. And since she's a Melbourne girl, she could also go and have a trip down at Melbourne City Wrestling in the independent promotions of Melbourne City Wrestling. So she could, you know, go to some of the indie promotions in Australia, have a couple of spells there, like not fully signed with them, but just like, you know, just work there for a couple of dates and then just move on. She could go to the UK, work a couple of dates in the UK, learn some of the British strong style. She could also maybe take a few dates in Stardom. Maybe she could try her luck in Stardom. You know, her hero, Mercedes Moné, you know, the woman that pretty much inspired her to be a wrestler, did pretty well in Stardom. Maybe she would want to follow in her footsteps and actually try out, Stardom. Try it there. And some people may say, oh, I can't see Indi Hartwell handling that style. I mean, a lot of us thought the same way about Anna Jay, and she killed it. And Anna Jay killed it there, and now she came back to AEW, a much better wrestler because of that world tour in Stardom. So who's to say that could help Indi Hartwell as well? And also, there's an Australian wrestler in Stardom named Xena. So if one Australian wrestler can handle the hard-hitting style of Stardom, I'm pretty sure Indi Hartwell can eventually get a grip on it as well. Also, I'm really hoping Xena does get signed by a major promotion at some point, because she is really, really damn good. And she's very, very talented. She's very, very good. I'm hoping a big major company comes knocking to try and sign her eventually, because I think it'd be great. I think it'd be great exposure for her. And obviously, let's get the obvious ones out of the way. I know there are a lot of people that want to see Indi Hartwell turn up in TNA, and there's two reasons why people want to see her in TNA. Reason number one is because her best friend, Steph DeLander, is there, and she and Steph DeLander, who is the digital media champion, by the way. Steph DeLander is the digital media champion, by the way. She and Indi Hartwell could challenge for the TNA Knockouts Tag Team Championships. While that will be cool, I think that would be really damn cool, and I know Indi Hartwell wants to have a match with Marsha Slamovich, because she mentioned in an interview Marsha Slamovich is someone she wants to work with. And the second reason why people want her to turn up in TNA is because of the ongoing partnership they have with WWE. And that is the biggest reason why I don't want her in TNA, because if she goes to TNA, then it pretty much means she's also working for WWE, just as a TNA representative instead of WWE. Like, WWE released her. Having her go to TNA and just being all like, oh, she could now potentially get called upon to go appear on NXT just for a brief spell, just as a TNA representative, just doesn't seem right to me, because it's like, why release you've released someone and then now you're going to be asking them to make an appearance. Well, Indi doesn't have any ill will towards WWE. She doesn't have any ill will, and she did say she would want to go back to WWE at some point near the future. I think she should just really stay away from WWE in general. I think she should just stay away from WWE in general. Make the fans want to miss her. Make the fans want to miss her. And that's why I think having her work for TNA isn't gonna help the fans miss her, because she could turn up for WWE. She could turn up in NXT at any time while working for TNA. So that's kind of the biggest reason why I don't want her working in TNA. Yeah, I know, Ash by Elegance hasn't really appeared for TNA. Hasn't really appeared on NXT since the partnership. Like, people could say, well, Indi could do that Ash by Elegance thing and just not work, the partnership. Or just turn down the opportunities to go appear for WWE. I don't know. I could see her working a few dates in TNA. I could see her maybe working a couple of matches in TNA instead of fully signing with TNA. I could see her briefly appearing, just maybe for a couple of matches, but I don't really want her to sign there. Mainly because of the WWE partnership. If TNA was its own thing and there was no WWE partnership, I would say yes, I would like to see her in TNA. And now we've got the other one, Ring of Honor. Now, Ring of Honor is also technically AEW. People are going to argue me and say, well, here's the thing. You want to say TNA is technically WWE. Ring of Honor is also technically AEW because Tony Khan owns both companies. Yes, that's Tony Khan owning two companies. Do Triple H and Shawn Michaels own TNA? No, they don't. No, they don't. So, it's kind of different, but I do get your point. But I do get your point if that is, the question you've got in your mind right now. But here's the thing, wouldn't you want to see Indi Hartwell wrestle Athena for the Ring of Honor Women's World Championship? Or have Indi Hartwell challenge for the Ring of Honor World Television Championship, the one that Red Velvet has? Could have her verse Layla Gray, could have her verse... God, who else is on the Ring of Honor roster? I mean, Billy Starks? I think that's her name, Billy Starks. Like, there's a few people. I don't really watch a lot of Ring of Honor to know their whole roster. Like, I only know Athena, Billy Starks, Layla Gray, and sometimes Harley Cameron turns up there. So yeah, not a lot of women on their roster. No wonder why Athena's been champion for like 3 years at this point, because there's barely anyone there to challenge her. But also the big one is AEW. Would she sign with AEW? Would she end up signing with AEW? Well, apparently Mercedes Moné has been very... Mercedes wants Tony Khan to sign her. So, here's the thing. There's definitely a lot of people I would like to see Indi Hartwell wrestle against in AEW. Obviously, Mercedes herself, Harley Cameron, Anna Jay, Willow Nightingale, Chris Statlander, Deonna Purrazzo, Mariah May, Toni Storm, Saraya, if Saraya ever comes back and wrestles. There's just a lot of people that I could see Indi Hartwell potentially working with in AEW. There's a lot of fresh names there. Sure, there's a lot of fresh names in TNA, like Marsha Slamovich, Ash by Elegance, Heather by Elegance, Geordie Threads, Danny Luna, Zaya Brookside, even Zaya Lee, and Tasha Steelz, maybe? Do I really want to see Indi Hartwell wrestle Tessa Blanchard? No, thanks. That's a hard pass on me, thank you very much. That one's a hard pass. Even though apparently they were former tag team partners many years ago, apparently, because I saw a picture of Indi and Tessa Blanchard together, and they were wearing similar gear. But besides that, yeah, there's some good names there for TNA as well. Hell, she could even wrestle her own best friend, Steph DeLanda, if they really wanted to. But I don't know, man. But at the end of the day, it is her decision on where she wants to go. And I think that is the biggest thing. That's the biggest takeaway from this video. It's not me telling you where I want Indi Hartwell to go. It's that I'm laying out a lot of options for Indi Hartwell. I'm laying out a lot of options that could possibly happen for Indi's career, and whatever company she chooses to go, we should be supporting her, and we should be supporting her decision. We know she's not going to go back to WWE because she just got released there. Why would you get fired but then want to go back to the same company that just fired you? So to me, Indi Hartwell should take a break from WWE. Like, she knows she's going to go back there eventually in the near future. So I say maybe within the next 4 or 5 years, maybe Indi Hartwell can go back. But all I'm saying is I want Indi Hartwell to make Triple H want to rehire her again. I want her to do what Cody Rhodes and Drew McIntyre did. Reinvent herself and become such a star where Triple H will realize he made a serious mistake letting her go and would want to bring her back into the fold. So that's really the whole point of this video. It's not me saying where I want her to go. It's just me laying out a lot of potential places that I think she could end up going. So that is the end of this video, guys. I hope you guys enjoyed, and I will see you all in the next part. Be sure to hit like and subscribe. See you all next time.